Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Yoga or Agoy, whichever you want to call me. And a few months ago, I made a video discussing some opinions that I have regarding BL series, whether it is unpopular opinions or popular opinions in general. And this time, I decided to make a follow-up video of that, and I will discuss more opinions that I have regarding BL series that I've watched so far. Now keep in mind that this video will not only include unpopular opinions, but also popular opinions, which is why there's like a parenthesis at the title. So yeah.
Do you watch?
Also, this video will include some spoilers, so proceed with caution. And all of the opinions that I'm going to explain today is 100% my opinion. So if you have any different opinions or if you have any different things to say, then feel free to comment down below and maybe we could discuss it together. And as always, before we begin, make sure that you leave a like, share, subscribe, and also comment down below because it really helps me and my channel. And you can also follow my social medias too in order to keep in touch with me. I'll put the link down below. And with that being said, let's get into it. So as we all know, Bad Buddy the series just ended recently, and because of that, I decided to give my overall opinions about the series here. Oh, how the turns have tabled. Like, this series managed to constantly caught me off guard and constantly surprises me in any way possible. Like, at first, I think I wouldn't really like the series because enemies to lovers aren't really my thing and Pat and Pran are sort of rivals in the series. But turns out, they barely even fight here. Like, the fighting didn't get dragged on for like too long to the point of it being toxic, and instead, they bury the hatchet as soon as episode 7, I guess, which is way faster than I thought. Hell, I think Pat and Pran is amongst one of the healthiest couples that I've ever seen in BL series because they communicate a lot and also they keep on staying together and be strong together despite all of the bullshits that's happening in their lives and their surroundings. And just when I thought that I wouldn't really like some of the characters, particularly Korn and Pat because I never really liked their brash nature, they turn out to be better than I expected. And the side couples, aka Ink and Pa, are absolutely adorable and is absolutely a gem, and I honestly want to see more from them. And I also really love how relatable some of the problems are, especially the expectations from parents and from other people and their surroundings, which is really a burden. And this series really depicts how annoying it is to have that kind of expectations around you. Plus, the ending is basically the definition of they had us in the first half, not gonna lie. Because just when you thought that this series would end up in a edgy way or in a sad way or something like that, they basically do a full 180 and instead they end it in a more chaotic way, and I honestly love the ending of the series. So yeah, I think Bad Buddy series really deserve its hype and I could understand why people are so in love with it. Kudos to everyone who's working in the series. Another opinion that I have is that I actually like Gen Y the series, despite many people hating it on my drama list. I think despite it being a rather cliche story in like university settings, I still think that Gen Y the series is cute and adorable as heck. Kimon and Copter definitely still got it, and they are still gorgeous as hell, and honestly, they still have the same, if not more charm and appeal than their previous series, Two Moons the series. And despite many people thinking that they're uninteresting or boring as heck, I think Danu and Wayu, aka Dan and Buzz, are super adorable and they are amongst one of my favorite couples. Because for me, Tanu and Wayu and also Dan and Buzz has this aura or like this vibe that instantly clicks with me. Like their chemistry is on point and their dynamic is also really really entertaining and really really adorable. They also radiates this big, tall, gentle giant who is protecting his small bean of sunshine type of trope, and I honestly really like that. And Tanu and Wayu definitely got it at that aspect. But I must agree that the story, especially towards the end of the series, got unnecessarily convoluted and unnecessarily complicated with the whole love triangle or like destiny and fate thingy between Tanu, Pai, and Wayu. And I honestly think that the series is better off without it. I would have preferred if Tanu and Wayu are the end game from the start. Like, I don't really care if they have this like destiny or fate thingy in them, but at the very least, make them the end game from the start. Or they could have made Tanu and Pai the end game from the get go, and instead, Wayu basically learns how to move on and how to love himself more so that he could thrive even without boys in his side, basically. Despite its flaws and despite its mistakes, I still think that Genwai the series is adorable as hell and it's really cute. And I would love to see how they develop it in the season 2 of the show. So yeah. Another unpopular BL series opinions that I have is that Bite Me the series isn't that bad. I get why some people hate it though. Like, it is a rather slow series and there's like too many long pauses in between lines. And the story overall is quite boring with like unnecessary and out of nowhere drama towards the end. But in all honesty, I don't really find it outrageously bad. Like, I just think that Bite Me is okay, like, it's plausible. And there's definitely way worse series out there other than Bite Me the series. I honestly don't really mind the slow pacing of the series. Like, it just showed that they really took the time to like get to know each other and to let the relationship blooms as time goes by. Although I do agree that they need to like cut off the whole pauses in between line shit because it really gets noticeably disturbing towards the end. I also love how laid back and relaxed the series is. Like, they barely have any flashy and over the top dramas, at least for the first few half of the series. And I would honestly love it if they actually go with that route. Like, they would actually go with this stress free and drama free route until the end of the series, instead of giving us this unnecessary and out of nowhere dramas at the end of the series. Plus, some of the shot of the scenes, especially the foods, are gorgeous as hell and they lack any unnecessary sound effects, and the OS itself is really calming, which really adds up to the whole laid back nature of the series. So at the end of the day, I think Bite Me the series isn't the worst or isn't that bad, even though it's not the best too. But honestly, at the very least, it is still watchable and it is still enjoyable in some way or another. The next opinion that I have here have something to do with biases towards the actors or towards the favorite series. Most people, especially in my country, tends to favor GMM TV actors and consider them as like their favorite BL actors or maybe their favorite actors in general, whether it is Brightwin or Afghan, Omnanon, Earthmix, and such. They also consider the GMM TV series as the best, and they also consider it as like their favorite series out of the bunch. And for good reasons too, considering that GMM TV is constantly producing good quality series from time to time, and they are basically one of the biggest company to produce BL series or Thai series in general. And although I think that GMM TV actors are gorgeous as hell and beautiful as hell, my biases are mostly non-GMM TV actors.
Nobody asked.
Like, I actually really love Fluke or Jaffers, Mitu, Zinunio, Danvas, and such. And not only the actors, most of my favorite series also are a non-GMM TV series. Whether it is Daughters or Cherry Magic, Until We Meet Again, Ingredients, and more. I don't really know the reason why though, but it's probably because of the fact that I have this like tendencies to like things that other people didn't really like as much. Like I tend to not follow the trends and I tend to not follow the crowds. So yeah, I think you could say that I'm not like other boys or like I'm not like other girls, you know, like I'm
I'm weird.
weird, I'm a weirdo,
I'm a
I don't
weirdo.
fit in or some shit like that. Or maybe I just think that they did a better job at making me swoon or making me feel excited and hot and bothered on the inside rather than JMM TV series. But not no shade on JMM TV though, like again, I don't think that their series is trashy as hell or I don't think that the actors are like ugly as hell. In fact, it's quite the opposite, like all of the series and all of the actors are a hit. But it's just that I so happen to prefer series or prefer the actors that came from a non-GMM TV actor. So, yeah. So the next opinion that I have is I don't like sibling tropes. Like, I don't like the romantic relationship between siblings and all. And I don't care if it's like biological siblings or step siblings or twins or whatever the fuck. I would still hate it and I would still dislike it nonetheless. Because I just think that incest is gross and ew. No. Like it really rubs me in the wrong way and I honestly can stand it. Which is why I don't really vibe too much with the side couples in Love by Chance, aka Tamantar, and I'm kind of glad that they didn't really end up together.
หลายคนจะนึก
And I'm sure as hell that I wouldn't like the main couples in my bromance. Even though I haven't watched the movie or the series yet, I still think that I would feel unsettled or uncomfortable regardless watching the series or the films. So yeah, long story short, incest is gross. I hate sibling trope. Next! Speaking of relationship tropes, I also absolutely hate teacher ex student tropes. Even though I didn't really mind the age gap, except if one of them is like underage, I still find it unsettling and disturbing whenever a teacher have this like relationship with their students and such. And the main reason why I don't really like it is because of professionalism. I feel like teachers have this like ethical codes when they teach the students. Like they should have been as objective as possible when they taught their student and also they should have treat them all fairly and kindly, which is why I think they can get too up close and personal with the students. Otherwise, it will affect how they evaluate them and also it will affect how they treat them in class and such. So yeah. So long story short, I hate teachers ex student relationship. So I'm sorry for Pubet and Kawitra and also that one couple in Theory of Love because I just don't vibe with y'all. Like y'all just ain't it for me.
No ma'am. No ma'am.
And for the last opinion for this video, I actually don't mind with the whole high school slash university themed BL series, you know? Because I think that most demographics for this kind of series are for teenagers and young adults who can still relate to this kind of topics. Plus, I think most of those series can still be cute as heck or hot as fuck or edgy as hell. So even though they will not be like the best out of the bunch, they can still be enjoyable and they could still be entertaining nonetheless. However, I do agree that this high school slash university tropes in BL series should like step up their game a bit. Like they should have elevate and bring something new to the table instead of bringing the same damn shit and be repetitive over and over again. Because as we all know, BL series in this recent year has got more creative and more out of the box from time to time. So even though I don't really mind the university slash high school themed in BL series, I do think they need to like step up their game and level up a bit. And they could have done it in like many ways too. Whether it is bringing a supernatural theme, or they could have explored more on the mental states of the character, or they could have explored more on the coming out or like the struggles of being LGBTQ plus and such. So that's that. So yeah, that's it. Here is all of my popular and unpopular opinions regarding BL series that I've watched so far. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'm really sorry if there's too many mistakes in it. Question of the day for this video is, what is the most underrated series that you have watched? Mine is definitely Second Chance the series, because I really think that it is adorable and warm as hell, but people didn't seem to talk about it or like it as much as like the other series that has been aired in 2021. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you leave a like, share, subscribe, and also comment down below because it really helps me and my channel. And you can also follow my social medias too in order to keep in touch with me. I'll put the link down below. And if you have any other different opinions regarding BL series that I've talked about so far, you can also comment down below so we can discuss it together. And with that being said, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys whenever I want to see you guys again, or whenever I can see you guys again. Bye!